damn hustle, stirring up tensions.
I've got all the best cats out of these goods.
Metal bot here, good prices, fair prices.
You'll like what I have to sell, I promise.
Fairest prices for machine parts under the mesa. No tithes to the Sun Court, not like those greedy snarls upside.
She's not interested in taxes.
I know what she's not interested in. As I was saying, no better offer for snap-ball lenses. I'd give my oath on it.
By the sun, don't start spitting in your palm. Huntress, I apologize on behalf of my partner. Silent partner.
Silent partner?
If the sun would only grant my prayers. Never mind snap more lenses, Huntress. There's no market for those. A long leg lens, though, you'd be well rewarded for.
So which,
No market for a snap-maw lens is good, strong stuff. You can hammer it into anything.
Where do you think we are? Some trading post with sawdust on the floor? This is Meridian. We have culture.
I know culture. Just the other day I was watching the hunting trials.
Oh, great sun, lend me the strength of midday.
The sun's baked your head if you think we'll shift long-leg lenses at a time like this.
hello?
I've told you as many times as the spire is tall, craft and artisanship is who we are.
Craft doesn't win a war.
Oh, yes. Old-fashioned.
If Karja had built that elevator, they would have...
All those years of delving.
Enough!
Well?
They're a blunt people, the Nora.
Why do you two even work together if you can't agree on anything?
It's a symbolic gesture.
No tithes to the Sun Court. Like I said in the beginning, Renine.
Just tell me which part you want.
A long leg lens.
A snap-maw lens.
Fine. I can see that you're busy.
Wait. You drove her off. Snap-maw lens. What do you say?
I drove her off.
Hunters, scroungers, bring us your medal.
You'll regret not
Scroungers?
Hunters, scroungers, bring us your medal.
I brought you both the parts. So, what do you say?
I don't suppose I could buy just the one.
You'd buy the wrong one. So give the hunter her shards for both.
Of course. Here you are. If this is the price I have to pay.
The price you have to pay. The snap-maw lens might just cover the loss we take on the other.
It won't sell for a loss. Charcoal.
I have an imagination.
Getting this wouldn't be a scrap deal.
They just keep going.
I told you from the beginning this wouldn't be a scrap dealing operation. But we would have
And I told you. You know she got his hands dirty.
and you have some oil on my silks.
Who wants a silk custom to the metal market?
I do.
Something to their butt.
I'll give you a good... Only the finest goods here. You'll like what I have for sale, I promise.
Won't cost you a
I won't cost you a shard just to look.
Would you like to buy something?
Don't pass up on these goods.
My family might still be alive, and you're going to stand here and do nothing?
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I can help.
By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. I barely escaped alive. Machines. Vicious machines attacked my family's estate. Father sent me to get help.
What kind of machines? Where did they come from?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards, and a pack of watchers came with it. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the valley, but Father never saw this coming.
Tell me more about the estate.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he's put his spoils into the estate.
Fine tapestries, custom wood.
But what about the people there?
Of course. Their lives are all that matters.
I'll see what I can do about the estate.
You will.
Come take a look.
better wear.
I'll give you a good price.
Where?
Won't cost you.
Check out.
I haven't had a break in ages.
Definitely awake now.
away. I grab him. At least you don't put on airs.
I was told to expect you, Aloy. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated. We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them, sell them for shards, and use the money to help the needy at Sunfall.
You mean you steal?
If you want to call it that. From hogs who've had their turn at the trough for generations.
Ravon didn't seem like a hog to me.
He stinks just like the rest of them, of wealth and contentment, while people beneath him suffer.
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We use the shards to make sure the poor in Shadowside get to eat, or bandage their wounds. They only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them. They starved to death, still bound together.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
Where's the sword now?
Safe. I haven't...
What do you expect me to do now? Walk away?
I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, my partner Nassan disappeared near the branded shore. He was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire shipment of food.
I'll consider...
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine, I'll return the damn blade. Nassan was supposed to meet his contact at an old campfire on the fork near the branded... But be careful. Lots of machines out there, and lots of Shadow Karja. And not the needy kind, but they're tormentors.
There's a guard under the last king. Far cry from those days.
Hardy little plant. You'll help. fascinating, but they weren't looking for me. Almost like a spring. It carries a container on its back. Go quietly. I needed that. Never know when I might need these. Shellwalker should be easy enough to override now. Need them soon enough. Useful. Snow. It's not getting any warmer out here. Well, you're not ordinary. Looks like one of those Banuk sculptures. This has to be the Banuk camp that Vilgan told me about. So what happened to the other mercenaries he sent? The machines are docile. It's like they've already been overridden.
Don't assume the hunt will be easier just because the land is warmer. The hunt demands full preparation.
Sing to the glaciers.
Greetings, Nora. I am Tikuk.
Shaman. I've never seen anything like this.
The blue light is strong here. My people traveled far from the heights of Ban-Ur to experience it for themselves.
The blue light.
The light of the machine spirits. It is all around us. It settles upon us. This is how it used to be, before they grew angry.
I know about the derangement, but I didn't think the machines were ever this calm. What is it about this place?
We don't really know. We sing and we listen to the machine songs.
Tikuk, have any other Outlanders come through here recently?
Some Asaram, yes. They were convinced the machines were malfunctioning. As if machines were mere devices in need of repair. Well, that is how the Asaram see the world, is it not? They ate with us. Then, when they were satisfied there was nothing they could explain, they left with the Northern Light.
The machines sing to you?
To each other. You are a hunter. You must have heard their communions and hymns, their calls and cries. We're not meant to understand, but we shamans try to interpret. What is the song that angered them so, that turned them upon us? What song soothes them? Does it thrum in the air here, just outside of hearing? How can we heal the machine world?
What's with the big guy?
I was drawn to this place in a storm. At first, I thought the keening was the wind, snapping off the mountain's frozen face. But no, it was the Thunderjaw's song. I found it crouched on its haunches, its metal unmoving, and I took shelter beneath it. When the storm cleared, its singing done, perhaps the spirit left its great shell, or perhaps it slumbers and remains. So we have not stripped and gleaned this one. We treat it with the care it is owed.
Do you mind if I look around more, Tikuk?
Speak, trade, listen. You are welcome. No harm will come to you here.
So it's not the Banuk that are doing this. There's something about this place. They can't see it, but maybe my focus can.
Skill melts like ice. We should get back out and track the herd if we want to maintain our reputations.
May your song echo.
check the area with my focus, maybe.
My song echoed for 100.
The last hunt was a good one. Struck swift as snow. None will be alive.
There, a signal. And the source is at the top of the mountain. I better look into it.
Long hell.
This is how the Banuk must have gotten up and down the mountain. Talks are just waiting. A good sign, I guess.
You're jumping shard purses! You can't just leave us here!
Did Vilgan send you? I guess shards can buy a conscience.
Never mind that. Nora, you have to stop the others. Up ahead, we snuck up here. Uncovered some kind of ancient device, plain as an anvil. That's what affects the machines.
The other bungheads voted to take it to Pitchcliff for auction. But it's taken a beating already. Like it dropped from the sky.
We tried to stop them digging it out. Without that thing up here, those Banuk will be massacred.
I'll stop them. You two get out of here. It sounds like you've already done enough damage.
Well, that's a fair appraisal.
You let the rope slip for, you bunch of chuff skull.
What have you done?
Who are you? You're not one of those Banuk.
Too late. Let me look at it.
Hold on. This was our debt. We did the work. You want to put your axe in? What's this thing worth to you?
I don't know about this. This was your idea. You started it, you can finish.
All right. Could be this thing's just scrap, but even scrap has a price. So I'll ask again, what's it worth to you?
It's worth more to me than you are. You still want to negotiate?
Forget it. All East's ever given me is black toes.
They've made a mess of this. Catastrophic malfunction. This is from long ago. And it's been sending a signal all this time. Fading out. I have to get back to the camp before the machines tear it apart. No, they've already started attacking.
The hunt is back!
The machines are angered. Keep your distance. Hunters, defend the camp. Do what you must.
Now you'll hear my song, machine. A sharp song.
Launch the attack!
The hunt is back!
It was only a side effect. She's not gonna be happy about this.
Nora, did you know this change would come upon us?
Not exactly. Although I know there is a lot changing in our world. This time it was outsiders. Those Oseram thought.
The Oseram do not think. They will never understand the balance between us, between man and machine. Now the blue light has gone, and we are left with many songs, but more for mourning than gratitude.
So what now? Will you go back to your homeland?
When we teach the young to walk on shifting ice, we say, the secret is taking one step, then the next. Perhaps one day, we will understand the machine's mysteries.
I hope so. Good luck, T-Cook.
under the last king. Ah, you're back. Did you bring me some? Till we meet, everyone needs a splash of color in their lives. Come, let's talk it over. Nothing like sipping a drink and stroll.
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no Outlander. Are you looking for... Wait, I know your face. You came back. How did we fare?
Expensively.
That's what I was afraid of.
The tame machines. It's hard to explain, but there was a kind of signal that calmed them. Your men got greedy, so it's gone now.
Gambling's a shoddy job, girl. I should have been a weapons dealer. That's steady work. Here, take it. The half I'd owed those hammer-handed chunks.
Half? I finished the job. And what was it you said? Enough to buy a more becoming garb?
What do you want? Carja silks? Ah, hoisted on my own purse strings. You in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity?
My wife was cheated by one of those sun-cursed Oseram merchants yesterday.
It's not our business, is it? We've got enough to be worried about. Don't let your guard.
machine and it disappears into thin air. Just what I wanted. The old ones didn't leave these. They're new growth. This must be the Shrine of Kings that Naman told me about.
Every time I go near the statue... Osram slaves built that thing.
You won't get in there. That dried-up old prune in a robe sees to that.
I can be persuasive. But what does an Osram want with a Karja shrine, anyway?
It reminds me of someone. Gone 2 years now. But what does a girl like you know of...
Try me.
I had a lover. Worked on monuments to their bastard king. The Carja gave me back his broken bones, but...
And seeing a statue of the Mad Sun King will?
I need to see his work again. But that shriveled up old priest won't let me near.
I'll see what I can do.
Turn away, child. The abiding Jahaman wishes to be alone in...
If you want to be alone, go someplace else. Others want to...
Defile it, you mean? Yet another debasement of what was once pure. Truly, our king is false, our temple is corrupt, and...
So the Carja have become impure? What does that...
Is Meridian not meant for those who built it, who made it great? It was pure before outlander squatters took it over.
You mean Meridian was pure when the outsiders were in cages or dying in your arena?
The sun is pure, child. It is not our place to question its divine will. Only...
I thought Avad taking the throne was the sun's...
The boy dishonored his father. To kill his Sun King. What shadow, what twilight time he brought upon us.
And how many more would the Mad Sun King have killed if Avad hadn't stopped him?
The sun called for blood. There was no choice but to obey.
You called the temple corrupt, but aren't you one of...
They call themselves sun priests, but they have no authority. Youths and sycophants all. Yet those who gave their whole lives to the sun's service are shamed and ignored.
So that's what this is. A tantrum? A cry for attention?
You know nothing of our rights, and yet you dare to insult me.
Why do you think your army is weak? Because you're not at war with everyone?
A Carja throne relying on forged dirt mercenaries? Preposterous! The so-called liberation was nothing but a purge. Our most blessed warriors. Our tribe is torn.
And yet everyone but you seems happy they're gone. I'm done arguing with you. Stay or go, but I won't allow you to keep others away.
I am here by the will of the sun.
If you won't accept change, you should try to make peace with it. Your bitterness has poisoned you.
I have no need of your pity.
I wasn't offering it. But if you step aside, you can keep your pride, since it's so important to you.
There'll be a reckoning.
You'll back away from it.
Life in the claim was never easy.
Living here ain't either.
He gave them the best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for
I hope you can find...
I...
that below!
Or at least I did, before the machines got so bad.
May not look like much, but I caught a beauty with it just last week.
This must be the sun's climb, where the Banuk wants to paint his mark. Must be a Glinthawk. A flying scavenger.
You were a better hunter than I. I'll paint the mark while the spirits of the Glinthawks linger.
There'll be more where they came from.
Yes, there will always be more machines. Their spirits find new bodies, but we only last as long as memory. That's why I must leave this story. A monument to our vanished shamans. To the wisdom the Karja bled from us. The machine oil in the paint will preserve it. Preserve their memory against all that was cut away. You have my thanks, Hunter.
This is where the Utaru wanted to say her goodbyes.
When we fled from our cages during the liberation, I tore through this clearing, thinking my friend was behind me. I kept running, but here she remains. Thank you for making it safe for me to return.
I don't want to rush you, but it won't stay.
I understand. I've done this before in Wake. The seeds will be split, escaped, grown wild. I'll tell her it was I who died, and she who still lives, in every time of planting, of rains, harvests.
What is it?
There. Her bracelet. And...
Do you need to be alone?
For the first time.
survive to see another. The hunters.
So you've come back to the temple.
I was invited back. The priests wanted to hear what I had to say about reconciliation with the other tribes. They're listening. At least they've begun to listen.
Because of what we did?
What you did.
It was for the mourners. I think it helped them.
You set them on the path. Perhaps a red robe would suit.
Not me.
We would be richer if we did.
Thank you, Numan. Where I'm going, I could
Who's shooting? Here!
Back to your business. Luck's with me.
company.
Glad that's over with. Thanks for the help. Come on over here and have a word. Hey, come on, what are you waiting for? What, you don't feel like talking? Hey, seriously, we need to talk.
What are you doing out here all alone? Where are your men?
I'm not gonna risk their lives. I don't mind putting my worthless ass on the line, but not theirs. Sorry I had to drag you into it.
Don't worry. This is just an average day for me. You know, take down some machines, track some killers.
Right. I'd hate to see a busy morning for you. Ready to get started?
Are you sure you're all right?
Well, I'm sober, so no.
Well, I'm glad you're thinking.
Don't get used to it.
Tell me exactly what happened to Ursa. Start from the beginning.
No one knows for sure. She left in the middle of the night with a few of her best men.
Her best men? But she didn't bring you?
No. I'd been drinking a lot. And maybe she thought... damn, I don't know. I couldn't hack it. Search parties found their bodies the next day and the corpses of some Shadow Karja cowards. It was an ambush. The Shadow Karja are animals. They beat her so bad we can't even show her face before burial.
I'm so sorry, Ert.
Yeah, well, when I find the soldiers who did this, they'll be sorry too.
You don't have any idea what...
No, but it must have been urgent. A message, a report of some new Shadow Karja threat, I don't know.
Why would the Shadow Karja do this?
Because they hate us. And Ursa most of all. She teamed up with Avad to kick their asses out of Meridian. They've been licking their wounds for 2 years, but...
All right. Show me what...
Come on, follow me.
Why would Ursa come all the way out here?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Is this Shadow Karja territory?
No. They broke the ceasefire as soon as they set foot in the cleft. Almost there. Alright, this is it. Where the ambush happened. Our soldiers have been over it, but maybe that fancy artifact of yours can find a clue or something. Please. I need to find the bastards that did this.
These look like drag marks. Did someone move a body through here?
What do you see there?
This stain forms a line, as if blood dripped off the edge of something, like a cart. See? Cart tracks. I think someone moved the bodies here, then scattered them across the field.
Wait. Are you saying the dead found here were killed somewhere else? But why would the Shadow Karja do that?
At this point, I'm not taking it for granted that the Shadow Karja are responsible.
Of course they were.
Well, let's follow these tracks and find out. be Shadow Karja armor. Strange. Not a scratch on it. A Shadow Karja spear. It's perfectly sharp. Never seen action. Those bloodstains, not the kind that would pull around a corpse. They look like smears. Arrows scattered there. They look good as new. Never fired.
Get why they wanted Ursa dead. But why fake an ambush?
There's more to this. And we're gonna figure it out.
These guys aren't Shadow Karja. They're from my tribe, the Asaram.
Is this how your people usually greet each other?
Let hit him hard! Uh-oh. What's that?
I think it's calling in machines. Get ready.
Fall back and circle around. We've got it! Here's a little something.
Oseram, not Shadow Karja. Looks like I was wrong about everything, as usual. Please, use that second sight of yours. I have to know what really happened.
I'm on it. So much blood. What are those leather straps? Armor straps, cut with a knife, and a rock with blood on it. Those rocks, they're shattered. Something hit these stones. Something I've never seen before. A lot of people died here. A massacre. These look like Vanguard weapons. There's no blood on them. Ursa's men didn't fight back. Looks like you could mount some equipment on that thing. There, by the tripod. A used power cell.
This is Ursa's helmet. I thought she died in the field below, but it must have been here. All this trickery. For what? Feels like it's just to torture me.
I have a theory, but it takes a little imagination.
So far, your theories are better than other people's facts.
All right. I think the Oseram ambushed Ursa and her men with a new weapon. They mounted it on that tripod up there. It fires waves of force, maybe sound. Looks like it cracked the stone there. I think it paralyzes people instead of killing them. It dropped the Vanguard right there. No blood on their weapons. No fight.
But why paralyze them if you're only gonna move them and gut them?
They were trying to hide something. Look here, a bloody rock.
That they used to smash Ursa's face in.
Or someone else's. These leather straps have been cut, as if they took the armor off someone.
That can't be. Her body is lying in state in Meridian. I saw it.
You said she was unrecognizable. Maybe they switched another body into her armor, someone around the same size, and mutilated it enough, so it could have been anyone. Even Ursa. Go back to Meridian. Take another look at that body. If it's really Ursa, of course I'm wrong. But if I'm right...
Then my sister could be alive. I'm going. Meet me back there when you can.
Beautiful in its way.